Hey guys, welcome to my first video on my channel. So I'm super excited to share about a bag in my collection that's one of my favorites. So backstory, I was flying out to Milan, Italy last summer when I stumbled upon the Hermès 2424 while at the airport. So I didn't know much about the bag at that time, but the essay that was there was mentioning that this is a fairly new bag. It's influenced by, the Birkin and Kelly, which are two of my favorite bags that is on my wish list. And I was like, oh, this is such a cute bag. And it's like perfect for work, perfect for traveling. And they were mentioning that there's like 3 different sizes. There's like a small, and then there's a medium, which is like crossbody. And then there's the large, and the large doesn't have the crossbody strap. And I was thinking, okay, let me check out, let me check out what they have at the Hermes flagship store when I arrive in Milan. I get to Milan, I go to their store. We went there early in the morning, right when they were like opening, and then stood online. There was actually quite a lot of people. I got in, and then I was actually on my wish list. The Birkin and the Kelly is on my wish list, and they always say you don't go in and asking for a Birkin because most likely you won't get it because it's such a long list of people in line, of people waiting for it. I just went in, I was like, oh, actually, you guys have Birkins? And clearly, of course, they're like, no, we don't have any in stock. So I was like, oh, okay, let me actually ask if they have the 2424 in stock. At this point, I was like, I don't think they're gonna have it. I'm not sure. I'm not really confident or have any high expectations that I'll be able to get a bag that I want. And luckily enough, she was super nice. But this essay, she went to the back and she's like, let me check the inventory. And she said there is one last one. She brought us to the back and she brought up the huge box. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she showed me this, the Hermès 2424 in size 35. So there's 3 different colors. And this is a really large bag. This is the one without the crossbody. And there's like, the pouch. I mean, not the pouch, the pocket in the back. It's leather as well. And then if you open this up, there's also a zipper in the bag as well. And it's really large. I have an organizer in here from Smorga just to keep the shape of the bag, because this is a very slouchy bag because it's so big. So let me take out the organizer so you guys can see what it looks like without it. Okay, so this is a big organizer, as you can see. It's like, you can fit a lot. And this is what it looks like. It's all leather inside. But basically, if I close it up, you can see it's very good at droops, but so that's why I have the organizer, to keep the shape, to maintain the shape. So usually I'm more into like neutral color bags, not very colorful, as you can see in the background. So I was pretty hesitant. I love the bag, but I was like, do you guys have like it in neutral? Do you guys have like a smaller size? Because this is actually, for me, just as a reference, I'm 5 foot. So this bag is actually, pretty big, and this goes all the way up to my shoulders. And I was like, oh, do you guys have like a smaller size, crossbody? And she was like, and during this time, so, last summer, the whole pandemic and everything, and she's like, we honestly don't know how often we're gonna get stock, or, how quickly these bags are gonna come and sell out and whatnot. And so I was like, okay, let me actually think about it. So I said, okay, I'll think about it and come back tomorrow, if anything. And so I went back to the hotel, and I was like, immediately was like, oh no, why didn't I get it then and there? Because this bag is absolutely beautiful, and I would love to have it in my collection. So I went back the next day, and I was actually nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the last one. Someone probably bought it already at this point. And when I was waiting in line, we got actually attended to by another essay. And I actually forgot to take down the the essay that was helping me the day before's name. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember what her name is. I'm not sure if she's in today. And so they brought over another essay to attend to me. And this essay was immediately like, she didn't even check the inventory. She was like, no, we do not have any 24 left. And I was like, oh no, it probably got sold out. You see slouching. And luckily enough, the essay that was attending to me the day before passed by, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're back. You're here for the bag, aren't you? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So she brought me back and she brought the bag out. And I was like, yes, I am going to get this bag. This is my first Hermès bag purchase. And I'm actually really happy. This is, it's perfect for, work. I wouldn't say it's like a day-to-day bag because it's on the heavier side, at least for me. But if you're someone that carries a lot of things, this is great. I think it's also a great travel bag because you can fit so much in there. So it's great. It's perfect. And then and then also while I was at the store, she brought out a bunch of, twillies. And I actually think it looks best when this is added to it. Let me just put this down. She brought all these different colors out, and I'm actually really happy with this one because this color matches it perfectly. Because there's, some red, there's some blues, and it just goes really well with this. Let me just tie this up. Okay, this is not the best job on tying this, but just for, just so you can see what it looks like. But I think it looks cute with it, with a little bow. So this cost, last summer it cost me 7,100 euros. And then, there's also the tax rebate. So this was, this is now in my collection. And I hope you enjoyed my video about one of my favorite bags. And hope to see you guys in the next video.